am so proud of our Vancouver community. Over the last week, according to the weathermen, we've had a snowpocalypse. Now for Vancouver, a snowpocalypse means 10 centimeters of snow. And over the course of 2 different days, we had, about 10 centimeters altogether. Maybe we had 12 or 13. I'm coming from Chicago and New York, as I do. It feels like a small amount of snow, but let me tell you, having been in Vancouver for 11 years, for Vancouver, this is a lot. Unlike what people sometimes think about Vancouver, that being part of Canada, we live in igloos, that's actually not true. In fact, we actually get very little snow. We get a lot of rain, but not too much snow. And in the midst of snowpocalypse, let me tell you what happened. Last Monday, we had a heavy snowfall, and the roads got icy. And the normal approach of Vancouver is, let's all stay inside. Last Monday night, and as every Monday night, we have our open base medrash. We have classes going on, Talmud demystified, Chumash clarified, individual one-on-one study going on together with the students of the Pacific Torah Institute, learning with members of our community. We have great stuff. Monday nights is an incredible vibe within Congregation Shaarei Tzedek. The Vancouver Torah Learning Center is alive and it's rocking. Last Monday night, what's going to happen? Do we cancel? Do we not cancel? We decided that we have to push forward. And an amazing thing happened. People came. Amazing. In Vancouver, on a day of a snowstorm, there was learning going on. There was a lot of learning going on. There was electricity from the Torah study that was going on in our base medrash and our different classes. Then comes Friday, and Friday it snowed again, and that's when they were saying it's really going to be bad. And that Friday night, Shaarei Tzedek and their youth department had planned a Friday night dinner for parents of young children. They had a children's Kabbalah Shabbos, and then a Friday night dinner together to celebrate Friday night, to celebrate Shabbos together. And it's a beautiful program. We've had it before, but here it is, a Friday night when the snow is falling. Snowpocalypse. What's going to happen? I'll tell you what happened in Vancouver. Everybody came. With almost no exception. Everybody pushed themselves and said, this is something which is important to me. And I'm going to come, even though it's snowing hard. Even though it's challenging. Even though I'd rather stay home and be warm. I'm going to come and experience the warmth of a Shabbos instead. Shabbos morning. Once a month, the Vancouver Torah Learning Center, in partnership with Congregation Shaarei Tzedek, hosts a Chavrusa Minyan, a study partner Minyan. And what that is a service that starts a little bit earlier. We start about 15 minutes earlier. We daven a little bit more efficiently, and we finish with enough time to have a study period with people in small groups studying together materials that are prepared in both Hebrew and English. This past week, the materials we were discussing happened to discuss the concept of Hashgacha Pratis, divine providence. Jews believe that Hashem is watching everything that happens. Every detail that occurs to us, every incident, no matter how small, happens because Hashem wanted it to happen. That was the topic of discussion. And on Hanukkah, the Hashmonaim, the Jewish people at that time who chose to fight back against the religious oppression of the Syrian Greeks, recognized that there was no way that they could possibly win this war. It was really unwinnable. The Greeks were too mighty, and the Jews were too few and untrained, unfamiliar with the concepts of warfare. But they saw that they had no choice. And so they said, we'll do our part, Hashem will do his. Hashgacha Pratis. If we push ourselves for something that's important, where we have no choice, Hashem will help us. And that's exactly what happened. The concept that when we push ourselves for something important, Hashem takes care of the rest. Even if what we're trying to accomplish seems impossible. It may be impossible for us. It's not impossible for Hashem. The same thing applies to spirituality. When we try to grow spiritually as people, as Jews, we may be trying to do things which seem impossible. But if we work hard, Hashem is the one who's going to decide whether we are successful or not. We have pushed ourselves, and we've seen accomplishment. When we push ourselves, Hashem shows us success. It takes hard work. It takes digging yourself out of the snow. It takes walking in a snowstorm. It takes going out when it's cold and wet. But when we push ourselves, even if it seems impossible, Hashem can give us the ability to achieve. Have a fantastic week.